Thanks for joining us this evening on TKO Local News. An attorney for an Arkansas hog farm says environmental officials didn't sufficiently inform their clients and the public about the state's permit process or decision making about the farm itself. The attorneys for the Arkansas Department of Environmental Quality says the state didn't have to provide the more information to CNH hog farms. The department has filed a motion to dismiss CNH's appeal over being denied a new operating permit. CNH has filed a request for a partial summary judgment, saying it still has an active federal permit and alleges the department failed to seek public comment on its denial of that permit. The Arkansas Pollution Control and Ecology Commission's administrative law judge is expected to issue a ruling in the coming weeks. Alexandria Marie Rodriguez of Gassville was given 12 years probation for participating to some degree with others in an armed robbery of a Cotter liquor store back in January, as well as breaking into vending machines and possessing drugs and drug paraphernalia. A vehicle traced to the 26-year-old Rodriguez was allegedly used in the armed robbery of the Cotter liquor store. A search warrant was obtained for the vehicle, and officers found drugs and drug paraphernalia, along with a handgun tied to that Cotter robbery. Joshua Cooper of Cotter was charged with being the one who actually entered the liquor store with the handgun, forced an on-duty clerk to empty the cash register, and demanded to be given cigarettes. He pled guilty and was sentenced to 20 years in the Department of Correction. One of Mountain Home's biggest fundraising events has come to an end. After at least 35 years of providing entertainment, the Twin Lakes Shrine Circus will not return to Baxter County's fairgrounds. Twin Lakes Shrine Club member and circus ringmaster Frank Fusco says the Kelly Miller Circus, who had operated in the Twin Lakes Shrine Circus for 7 years, was bought by another company in recent months. According to Fusco, he says the new owners had committed to continuing the Twin Lakes Shrine Circus, but then recently contacted the local Shrine Club and informed them that the company was going out of business. Fusco adds that circuses are continuing to become more expensive to operate. The circus has served as a fundraiser for Shriners Hospital for Children in St. Louis for over 3 decades. And students throughout the Yellville Summit School District recently held a week-long change drive in an effort to raise money to reduce hunger in north central Arkansas. Those students spent the week collecting spare change from family members, neighbors, and the community as a part of the friendly competition to which the grades in K through 6 and 7 through 12 could collect the most change. The first grade class won the competition with a total of $926. The 12th grade class won with their division with a total of $377. Students in the lower and upper school grades who collected the most change received an afternoon at the city park and lunch provided by Arvest Bank. The monetary donations from the students will provide nearly 22,000 meals to benefit the district's Food for Thought backpack program. And Boone County Judge Robert Hathaway has made a proclamation to the Bikers Against Child Abuse, or BACA, organization for their unwavering commitment to our community. The proclamation read, "Whereas child abuse is a complex and ongoing problem in our society, and whereas every child is entitled to be loved, cared for, and to feel safe and secure, and whereas Boone County is stronger when citizens support these children so they are able to lead a full, productive, and fulfilling life, and whereas Bikers Against Child Abuse is an organization that not only protects the victims and their family members, but give them security in the knowledge that they are safe and secure, and whereas Boone County supports BACA and appreciates the care and concern they show to our most vulnerable citizens." Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at some headline news from around the region. But first, here's this week's closing livestock report from Sammy Klein, brought to you by Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte.
This is Sammy Klein, the State Livestock Market News Service. Reporting sales from North Arkansas Livestock Auction Rainforest Wednesday, May the 2nd. Cattle receipts $12.07. Last week $14.97. Year ago $5.91. Compared to last week, feeder steers and bulls mostly steady to $5 lower, except the better 450 to 500 pound steers $1 higher. Feeder heifers mixed from $4 higher to $5 lower, generally steady to weak. The offering was mostly new crop calves and some being fleshy. Slaughter cows $2 to $3 lower, slaughter bulls steady to $1 lower. Feeder steers, medium large ones, 3 to 400 pounds, $194 to $207. 4 to 500 pounds, $175 to $191. 5 to 600 pounds, $158 to $170, $150. 6 to 700 pounds, $147 to $160. Feeder heifers, medium large ones, 3 to 400 pounds, $156 to $178. 4 to 500 pounds, $151 to $162. 5 to 600 pounds, $142 to $157. 6 to 700 pounds, $131 to $144, with some calves at $130. Replacement cows, medium large ones and 2 to 7-year-old, 900 or 50 pounds. Second stage, a few at $835 to $975 per head. Some 7 to 10-year-old cows, second and third stage at $55 to $59, or packs at $875 per head. Cow calf pairs, medium large ones and 2 to 7-year-old, 900 to 150 pound cows, 1 to 200 pound calves decided $12.50 to $14.85 per pair. Some 2 to 300 pound calves decided at $1300 to $14.60 per pair. Some 7 to 10-year-old cows with 100 to 300 pound calves decided at $9.50 to $14.60 per pair. Slaughter cows, boners 52 to 57, high dress 57 to 60. Lean 48 to 55, high dress 55 to 60, low dress 39 to 47. Slaughter bulls, grade 1s and 2s, 1,400 pounds, 77 to 84, high dress 85 to 87, low dress 71 to 75. That's Mark today. Sammy Klein reporting. Thank you.
On any given day here at Main Street Service Center, we might be working on a Ford like's on the 4-post lift over my shoulder, or an Infiniti that's back on the back bay, or a Toyota, or a BMW, or right here a Hyundai. You just never know what's going to come into the shop and what their needs might be. But you can rest assured that at Main Street Service Center, whatever you're driving, we can take care of it for you, whether it's oil and filter changes all the way up to engine and transmission replacements. And get this, we've been in business for 29 years, and there's still things that we can't do, and we're not too proud to say it. So if you bring us something and it's over our head or out of our capabilities of expertise or tools, we're not too proud to say it, because we want your vehicle fixed correctly, right, and the first time.
Plants, plants, and more plants. That's what you'll find at Camp's Plants in Harrison. Perennials, annuals, ferns, hanging baskets, shrubs, roses, decorative trees, and the largest selection of garden vegetables in the area. With different varieties arriving weekly, you're sure to find the perfect plant, shrub, or tree at the best price in the area. Camp's Plants in business for over 33 years in Harrison.
We'd like to tell you our reason for raising the minimum legal sale age of tobacco products from 18 to 21.
We will not be Big Tobacco's replacements for those who die each and every day from tobacco-related illnesses.
18 and 19-year-old tobacco users are a major supplier of tobacco products for younger youth.
Raising the legal age to purchase tobacco or nicotine products to 21 eliminates access to those suppliers, giving us a brighter future, a tobacco-free future.
We are loud and proud, and we will define our own future. For more information, visit sosprojectprevent.com.
This message is brought to you by your master tobacco settlement dollars at work.
And a group that wants voters to consider whether legislatures may allow lawsuits against the state has filed a lawsuit claiming that Arkansas's Attorney General is improperly blocking the way for issues that are placed on ballots. The Committee to Restore Arkansans' Rights filed a suit in the Pulaski County Circuit Court, saying Attorney General Leslie Rutledge has kept issues off the ballot in violation of the state's constitution, including one it proposed. The group wants to change Arkansas's sovereign immunity status. It says Arkansas's constitution says no laws can restrict, hamper, or impair rights reserved to the people, including proposing changes to the Constitution. It says Rutledge has rejected all of the 62 suggested ballot issues since 2016 and says there are no boundaries on her discretion. Rutledge's office says she is now reviewing that lawsuit. Arkansas's finance officials say a higher than expected amount of tax refunds paid out kept the state's revenue in April below forecast and below the same month last year. The State Department of Finance and Administration says the state's net available revenue in April totaled some $657 million. The state paid out $119 million in individual income tax refunds last month, which was $20 million more than April of 2017. The department also noted that the state sales tax collections in April were about at forecast for the same month a year ago. Arkansas's highest court says the state can enforce a voter ID law in the May 22nd primary despite a judge declaring the measure unconstitutional. The state Supreme Court's decision overrules a Pulaski County judge who had blocked the law's enforcement. Well, tickets for the Johnny Cash Heritage Festival are going on sale as of tomorrow. According to the release, the tickets for the second annual benefit concert at the festival will go on sale at 10 a.m. on Friday. They can be purchased at the Arkansas State University box office at First National Bank Arena. To buy tickets online, visit JohnnyCashHeritageFestival.com and click on Buy Tickets. Before we take a look at the weather forecast as we move on into the weekend, here's the way the stock market ended today. Well, needed rain through the area most of the day. Showers and thunderstorms as a line slowly moved across the entire state of Arkansas. Pretty well moved out by late evening, and looks like we're going to have a great weekend in store. But we got some very good rainfall, most of it steady. Didn't hear of any major weather problems in the viewing area north of here, particularly up north of Springfield toward Willard, Missouri, and in the St. Louis area. They did have some straight line wind situations, up to 60 miles per hour of straight line winds. No major damage, but some roofs were damaged in the area. Some barns and outside sheds were blown over. So we got lucky right here in the immediate viewing area of TKO 8. But it was a good rainfall, anywhere from an inch to an inch and 3/4 reported in most of the viewing area. So that will soak in very nicely and should make that grass even grow better once we get that sun out, which is going to happen as we move into the weekend. Well, tomorrow looks to be a pretty nice day. That system will be out of the area by Friday morning, and we'll have partly cloudy skies on Friday with a temperature in the afternoon around 71 degrees. Then we start to warm up on Saturday. Mostly sunny skies, 78 degrees, even warmer on Sunday. Lots of sunshine, 82 degrees. And we kick off the work week on Monday, partly cloudy skies, 80 degrees, and Tuesday, partly cloudy and about 81 degrees. Little rain, lots of sunshine. Grass is going to grow. The weeds are starting to subside a little bit, but that actual grass, particularly the Bermuda grass, is just now starting to come out. We need those warm nights for that to happen. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at sports from around the region as TKO 8 News continues.
Plants, plants, and more plants. That's what you'll find at Camp's Plants in Harrison. Perennials, annuals, ferns, hanging baskets, shrubs, roses, decorative trees, and the largest selection of garden vegetables in the area. With different varieties arriving weekly, you're sure to find the perfect plant, shrub, or tree at the best price in the area. Camp's Plants in business for over 33 years in Harrison.
Well, at this point in the season, it is win and advance to the next round. The Harrison Lady Goblins did just that on Tuesday afternoon. Lady Goblins played well enough to advance to the finals of the 5A West District Soccer Tournament with a 2-1 win over the host Greenbrier Lady Panthers. The winning goal didn't come until late in the contest when Stella Crone took a pass from freshman Sydney Schrum to find the net. The goal listed the Lady Goblins into the finals of that tournament. Harrison will be back in action on Friday in Greenbrier. The Lady Goblins will face off against Maumelle in the finals beginning at 5 p.m. After running many miles in practice and on their own, the Green Forest Lady Tigers saw the benefits of their labor on Tuesday. In the Class 3A state track meet, the Lady Tigers used the long-distance events to help post a third-place finish. Rivercrest used the short runs to place first with 84 points. Host Jessieville was second with 56 points, while the Lady Tigers finished third with 53 points. Three other local 3A schools scored points. Yellville Summit and Marshall were tied for 15th place with 13 points each, and Valley Springs finished 21st with 9 points. In boys action, Green Forest finished 15th overall with 14 points. Yellville Summit was 18th with a total of 8 points. Conference games on the road don't come easy, and Berryville proved the theory wrong, however, on a shutout road win, 6-0 against the Gentry Pioneers. The Bobcats got off to a slow start in the ball game as Gentry came out with pressure and handled the ball very well, but couldn't get a shot into the net. Midway in the first half, that all changed. Berryville's Frederick Leroy scored the opening goal off an assist from Brian Tover, and Leroy quickly scored again after connecting from teammate Nathan Engel. Carlos Guerrera scored the third and final goal of the first half off of a feed from Armando Mashi. In the second half, the hits kept coming as Daniel Portello registered 2 goals to open the half off of assist from Johnny Martinez and Tover. Manny Telvis kept the momentum moving for the Bobcats by feeding Martinez for a goal, followed by Jose Perez, who sent a short pass to the goalkeeper with the assist going to Tavels. The final goal of the night came from a free kick that Abel Torres put in the middle of the net. And schools from across the state and in northeast Arkansas on Tuesday were there for the Class 4A state track meet. When the day was all over, the boys' title went south and the girls' title found a home in northwest Arkansas. Crossett won the Class 4A state track meet in the boys' action. Berryville had 2 athletes finish in the ribbon contest. Lady Bobcat Kate Powell had a 4th place finish in the shot put. She had a throw of some 33 feet. Bobcat Tristan Undroff finished 7th in place in the triple jump and had a leap of 41 feet and 3 inches. Carlos Martinez wasn't sure how to react. The St. Louis's right-hander took his time as he circled the bases after hitting his first major league home run in the Cardinals' 3-2 victory over the Chicago White Sox last night. Dexter Fowler added a 2-run homer for the Cardinals, who now have won their 2nd game in a row. Chicago, however, has dropped 4 straight and 13 of the last 17 ball games. The Cardinals have tonight off as they get ready for a 3-game series that starts on Friday against the Chicago Cubs. And that wraps up our broadcast here for this evening. Thanks for joining us. Join us Monday through Friday at 6:30 and again at 10 p.m. as we continue to bring you local news, weather, sports, and local announcements from around the area on Harrison's broadcast station, TKO Channel 8. Now stay tuned for more local